Hello everyone, in this demo I'm going to talk about how Netskope's Next-Gen Secure Web Gateway enables you to monitor and assess your web traffic. Majority of the web traffic consists of cloud applications or software as a service. In fact, on an average, more than 2,400 cloud apps are being used in the enterprise, and it is critical to understand risky activities, data movement, and associated risk with all that cloud usage. Now, let's start by looking at the main dashboard. Once we log into a specific tenant, the first thing we see is the home page, which gives us a quick summary of the number of unique applications we have accessed in the last couple of days. In this case, I've selected 90 days, could be 30 or 60 as well. Then we have unique number of websites and the active number of users going through the tenant. Now, along with that, we have got a couple of useful widgets that we can look into. For example, from a threat protection perspective, all the malware that got detected is coming up over here. You can click on any one of them to see whether they were picked up through sandboxing or heuristics scanning or just generic IOC detection. Now, the other one is blocked websites. Now, this may not just be limited to the web categories, but it's also in regards to if you've got policies to control certain activities within infrastructure as a service platform, for example, then it will also show up over here. Other things are in regards to access method, forward proxy, reverse proxy, client, IPsec, GRE tunneling. All those activity access methods will come up over here depending on your environment. Now, fourth and the most important one for any organization is having visibility and control around your sensitive data. Whether it's going to a personal instance compared to a corporate one, if some sort of phishing page was used through Microsoft Forms, or even controlling the activities in a business sanctioned application like a OneDrive from Microsoft, it will all come up over here. You can click on these ones to actually get more granular details around it. Now, one of the great things about Netskope is its Cloud Confidence Index database. It hosts around more than 41,000 applications, and what it does is it actually assesses each and every application against more than 30 controls to give it a specific rating, but also give you more visibility as to how compliant, how GDPR ready a specific application is, and what type of activities we can see and control. Let's look into Amazon's Dynamo database, for example. Now, within this application, you can see a couple of things right away. One thing is it is really excellent. It has a rating of 96. We can see the activities as in create, delete, edit. These are the ones that usually you would do with a database. Along with that, you see different controls at the bottom, certifications, standards that this is compliant to. For example, PCI DSS, HIPAA certified. The data centers are SOC 3 and ISO compliant. From a data protection perspective, you've got data protection, data classification, encryption of data at rest, and it's enabled. AES is being used, so on and so forth. Like, there are a lot of things that we look into to identify and then say, yep, it is a good application, and we will deem it as really high from a security controls perspective. Now, once we do that, we have other options to look into. If we want to quickly look into, say, medium scored applications, we'll just click on that, and then it will show us all of the ones that are coming under this specific ranking. We can leverage this option to actually create simplified policies. We'll talk about it in another video, but it makes it easier to actually control what people can or cannot access overall. Now, since we have all this information and traffic is being inspected in real time, what we have is called Scope It or Scope ID. And in this one, what we do is look into different applications. And this is where we start getting even more granular in regards to, for example, let's see if I want to look at Google Drive to see how many users are using it, how many sessions in the last couple of days. And then not only that, it will tell me how good or bad an application is, what type of activity has been going on, and especially this part. If I was to click on any one of them, it will actually take me into the application events log, which will be even more granular. And it's very good in a way that it's not just about get requests and responses. It actually shows me everything in a summarized format. For example, if I was to look at the first one, it is showing me that this specific action triggered a DLP policy because I was trying to upload a sensitive data to personal instance. It was a PDF file, and then looking at the information, it's showing me that the person logged into this machine was f1@netscope.com, but the user that I was logged into Gmail account was fork.netscope@gmail. So that's the kind of differentiation you can expect from Netskope to give you a lot of granularity and visibility into the actions people are taking. Now this is really very good information, but what if you want to get a holistic view of the whole of your organization? This is where our advanced analytics comes into play, and it gives you predefined templates to give you more visibility in regards to application activity summary, risky cloud applications, or even from a data protection perspective. You can build your own, you can drill down into anything specific in regards to an application or a person trying to exfiltrate the data, so on and so forth. But let's look into, for example, application activity summary. Now this one is showing me for the last 30 days that only 2 people are going through this tenant. They're using it on a daily basis, but the important thing to look at is the type of actions we are taking within certain applications. This just gives us a quick summary of download activities, upload, login, post, viewing, browsing, inviting someone, or sharing some content outside the organization. Could be internal, but then again, it's more about having that visibility. Same thing goes with the other one. Like, this is a very handy report that we can use to identify not just the risky applications, but the split of those applications in regards to uploads and downloads. Majority of our uploads are going to an excellent rated application, but some of it is also going to a poor, medium, or a low rated app, which may not be good, but then again, you might be using it in your organization. Now, if you have DLP policies in place and you are inspecting data in real time, it will start populating the policies that are being triggered the most. In my case, I actually upload a lot of data to personal instance as a way of demo, so it populates it a lot, and I'm the main user here, so that should be okay. But another important thing is compliance. From a compliance perspective, it breaks down your applications to say how it is certified, how compliant it is, what type of applications you are going to, and this actually is very useful when we're talking about the holistic approach of improving your security maturity, being more compliant in the long run. I hope this was informative for you, and thank you for watching.